The man puts on a sturdy protective suit and helmet, attaching a hook and steel cable to his waist. Dr. Brenner then sends him into the lab's underground level. There's an entrance covered in vines, pulsing with a rhythmic breath. The man peels off the slimy membrane and crawls in. Minutes later, he reports extremely low visibility inside, but he cuts off. Voice panicked.
There's something else in here!
Dr. Brenner urgently orders the cable pulled back to retrieve him, but the cable shakes violently, as if the man is fighting something. At the same time, Joyce hears her son's voice coming from the walls. She tears off the wallpaper frantically. Will is there, but she can't touch him, as if he's in another world. At school, 11 uses her powers to tune into the large radio and pick up Joyce and Will's conversation. 11 was trained in long-range eavesdropping by Dr. Brenner back in the lab. Will tells his mom he feels like he's at home, but it's dark and cold, and the monster is chasing him. Joyce begs him to hide, promising she'll come rescue him. As the wall repairs itself, the radio sparks and catches fire. 11 collapses, exhausted from overusing her powers. Joyce smashes through the wall with an axe, but only sunlight streams in, nothing else. Back at the lab, the steel cable suddenly goes slack. What's pulled out isn't the man, only the hook, soaked in blood. The gate then closes on its own, returning to silence. In the basement, the three boys hash out where Will could be.
Upside down.
Her words jog Mike's memory. 11 once flipped a board to show them Will's location. Suddenly, he gets what she meant. Will is at home, but not in their world. In the other side, that's why they can't see him. It's like the Veil of Shadows from Dungeons & Dragons. A dark dimension, a demon's lair, right beside you yet invisible. The question is, how do they get there in real life? Little do they know, someone is about to find the secret gate. The chief heads to the morgue, knocks out the state trooper at the door, and goes inside to examine Will's body. He cuts it open, only to find it stuffed with cotton. It's a fake. Now, he's sure Will's disappearance ties to the lab. Late at night, the chief sneaks into the lab but gets spotted by two guards. He knocks them out, steals their key card, and reaches the mysterious gate, stunned by the fleshy, tumor-like substance covering it. As he leans in to investigate, a shadow darts behind him. A researcher stabs him with a needle, and he blacks out. The next day, Jonathan holds the funeral for his young brother Will as planned. Some cry, but Will's mom and the three boys don't care. They believe he's alive. The boys track down their teacher, Mr. Clark, to ask how to enter a world like the Veil of Shadows. Clark uses an example. A tightrope walker in our world can only move forward and back. A flea on the rope, though, can crawl sideways or under, something the walker can't do. To move like the flea, you need enormous energy, enough to tear space and time, creating a gate to the upside down. But that gate messes with the world's magnetic field, even swallowing reality. Back home, Mike explains Clark's theory to 11. Strangely enough, she knows the upside down exists but not where the gate is, but when push comes to shove, Dustin's the one. All the compasses in the house are wrong, pointing nowhere near north. Following Clark's logic, the gate's electromagnetic interference is causing this. If they follow the compasses, they'll find the gate. Meanwhile, the two high schoolers know nothing about the upside down, but they've uncovered the monster's existence. Worried over her best friend Barb's disappearance for days, Nancy tells her boyfriend Steve about the monster she saw, but Steve brushes it off. He won't let her call the police. If the cops tell his parents about the party he threw, he'll be ruined. What a coward! Furious, Nancy storms off. Staring at Barb's photo, Nancy regrets not leaving with her that night. Then she glances at the corner of the photo. The monster there is exactly the one she saw. Putting it all together, she realizes Barb was probably taken by it. Nancy hurries to find Jonathan, who took the photo, and asks if he saw anything that night. Jonathan naturally didn't. Nancy tells him about the faceless monster she spotted in the woods. That jolts Jonathan awake. His mom claimed to see a monster too. Jonathan enhances and zooms in on the photo. After getting a clear look, he finally believes everything his mom said. Upon careful analysis, Jonathan and Nancy discover the monster's appearance spot is close to his house and the woods where Will went missing. He's searching for his brother, she for her best friend, so they decide to team up to find and kill the monster. Let's cut to the 4 kids. They're following the compass to find the source of the magnetic disturbance. 11 says she's tired and tells everyone to turn back, but no one listens. After walking for ages, Dustin finally realizes they've been going in circles, stuck with no way out. Lucas notices nosebleed stains on 11's sleeve. It's proof she's been using her powers to interfere with the compass. Enraged, Lucas accuses 11 of being a traitor, sabotaging their mission to save Will, but Mike trusts 11 and even sticks up for her. The 2 boys start fighting. To protect Mike, 11 uses her powers to fling Lucas away, but she can't control her strength. Watching Lucas knock out cold, Mike gets angry too, yelling at 11 for being crazy. Little do they know, 11 did this to protect them, because the world they're so desperate to reach is far too dangerous. Years ago, Dr. Bretter showed her a photo of a Russian military officer and told her to locate him with her mind. 11 was put in a special suit and a wire headgear. They submerged her in a water-filled tank, depriving her of other senses to enhance her mental powers. Here, she could get close to the target without being detected. 11 could transmit the target's voice to the real world through radios, but during this experiment, she found a monster there. Terrified, she returned to reality. It seems the Upside Down's gate was discovered by accident this way. Soon after, Lucas wakes up, furious that Mike fought him for a freak. He leaves. Only then does Mike realize 11 is gone too. Meanwhile, the chief wakes up, shocked to find himself at home. He notices a needle mark on his neck, grabs his gun and rushes outside, but sees no suspects. He ransacks the house, searching every corner, and finally finds a bug in a lampshade. Just then, 2 police officers knock on the door, telling him another person has gone missing near the lab. The chief realizes the lab's top brass have tentacles everywhere. This place is no longer safe. He calls his ex-wife, telling her to take care of herself and say hello to her current partner. It's clear he's ready to fight the lab to the death. He then knocks on Joyce's door, signaling her to stay quiet. He removes all the light bulbs in her house to check them. Confirming there are no bugs, he tells Joyce about the fake body and the lab's secrets. He finally believes her. She'd been right all along. The chief says the lab is probably conducting some kind of sinister experiments. Earlier, when he snuck in, he'd seen a cell-like room, suspecting Will had been locked up there, because there was a drawing on the wall depicting an adult and a child. Joyce smirks confidently and slaps Will's drawings down in front of him. Clearly, that stick figure style was no match for Will's. The kid who'd been locked in the lab couldn't have been Will. The chief suddenly remembers the testimony about the diner owner's death. A customer claimed to have seen a kid with very short hair at the diner before the owner died. He'd always thought that kid was Will, never knowing 11 existed. That makes sense. A buzzcut kid doesn't scream girl at first. Talking about the missing kid, it reminds the chief of the woman who accused Dr. Brenner and the lab of stealing her child.